we'll dive into the training on mission, vision, values. I'm about to become Tiny Steve, and so here we go. Nice, Tiny Steve. Okay, on my editing software, I actually call it Tiny Steve, which I find funny. So number one, here's how you can own your success. Because the upside of starting a business is you take on all the risk, therefore all the upside. The downside is nobody's telling you what to do on a day-to-day basis. And so you are truly, truly owning your success. And the reason why I find this so incredible is because you then have to behave in a way that is conducive to your success. Therefore, you can't point the blame at anybody else. You can't point it at your boss. You can't point it at your coworkers. You can't point it at your boss's boss. It's all on you. And I find that incredibly empowering because it gives you all of the opportunity to put the success that you want in your hands. And so what we're going to begin with today is creating a compelling reason why. So something that you're going to communicate to your customers, your potential customers, as well as your future employees as to why you offer your services, like where you're going, what you're trying to accomplish with them. So basically, it's the fundamental thing for how you communicate externally to potential customers. It's also the fundamental ways in which you communicate internally to your employees, potential employees, etc. And so what I wish to give you, number one, is language that you can use to communicate with your potential clients so that you can establish a personal brand, have strong marketing associations to you, your mission, and what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. And when you have this language that you can use, then you can use that language to communicate to other people who don't know who you are or what you do. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of different missions. We'll also go a little bit talking about what my mission is. I'm also going to bust out the iPad and draw a couple things as well. So number one, the mission. Your mission is a fundamental purpose behind your service. It answers the question of why your business exists and who you're trying to help. So a strong mission gives your clients a sense of what you're trying to achieve for them. And so your mission as an individual might be, I'm going to make 10 million bucks so that I can retire my dad or whatever. But to say that to a potential customer doesn't inherently land well. And so if you, and I'm going to talk more about how power and service. And so we have ways that we communicate to ourselves and ways that we communicate to others. This completely falls under how we communicate to others. So an example of exactly what we're trying to do in digital CEOs, for example, is, and you could verbatim copy this, my mission is to help, but I wouldn't because it's important that it comes from you. So my mission is to help small businesses grow effectively through digital marketing, giving them the tools to thrive in a competitive landscape. And so it says all the things that you need a mission to say. And so you communicate to your prospects. It's so why are you doing this business? What got you into it? Well, I want to help small businesses through effective digital marketing because today's landscape is really competitive. Then you have words that you can use to communicate to your potential customers. And so rather than just yeah, I'm here to make money, which fine, say that to your friends, but say this to your customers. So next, and once I'm just going to go super brief on this, and then we're going to go more in detail. So the vision of the company should really state what your long-term goal is. And it's about what the business will look like in the future and the broader impact that you wish it to have. And so, and a nice thing about the vision is you should set a vision so big that you can never really accomplish it so that it's something that's motivating you always. So for example, my vision for what I do is to change every single sales team in the world so that it's clear, or so that it's ran through clear instructions and encouragement towards those instructions. Now, am I ever going to be able to touch every sales team in the world? No, there's literally undiscovered cultures. Do they have sales teams? Probably not, but maybe. I get at the point that I'm probably not going to be able to accomplish the vision. An example here is my vision is to create a world in which small businesses can compete on a level playing field with large corporations using smart, accessible marketing strategies. Here's why small businesses, let me back up. So when you have small businesses as your prospective client, the mom and pop shops, the the local plumber, whatever. They have large corporations that are not only vying for their dollars, but also vying for their attention. And so in today's world, we're not only competing with other people who wish to provide marketing, we're also competing against other people's attention. And so like Facebook, Pornhub, TikTok, like all these things, cigarettes, movies, like all these things pull at people's attention. And so to get them to pay attention to us, what we need to do is we need to have a vision that's compelling enough to want them to pay attention. And so if we're to communicate like, hey, look, I really want to be in a position in which all small businesses in the world have the opportunity to compete with larger corporations, then we set ourselves up to give small businesses the opportunity to scale so that they're not constantly fighting for other people's attention. So values give you the rules in which you act on a day-to-day. You want to think about the vision as where you're going. You want to think about the mission as why you're getting there. And you want to think about the values as how you're going to behave in order to get there.